So starting off, I use the Morphe pencil. This is the eyebrow pencil, and this is in the color Chocolate Mousse. I've been using this for a while now, probably like, I don't know, probably like a year now. Yeah, I want to say a year now, maybe two. I want to say probably like a year now, and I really love this pencil. I did use Benefit's brow pencil. I really love that one. So if you want like a really fine pencil, I recommend using that instead. And if you like have the money too, but if you don't have the money, this is more like an affordable option to use. But I like the Benefit pencil because it gives like a feather-like effect to the brows. I don't know, I can't explain it. Like, it's just like, they're really good. I really like Benefit's pencils. I like their products. They're pretty good products. But anyways, so I'm just gonna go in and lightly outline my eyebrow. And I don't really just go in like right here. I usually do, I draw it out first. I map out my brow, and then I go in, and then I fill it in. It's just like easier that way to do it. One brow is done. So it's usually easier to fill in a brow when you freshly do your eyebrows. It's just easier for me to do it that way, because once my eyebrows start growing in, it's hard to like fill them in. But if you want to have like a really good application of like filling your brows in, then I recommend you making sure that your brows are always freshly done. So it's just easier and not so frustrating to do your brows. Because I notice if I don't do my brows, if I don't clean them up, I just let them grow, it's not gonna look right. It's gonna take me forever too. So now that everything is like filled in, so now I go in with concealer, and I just use this concealer. So this is the E.L.F concealer. I'm not sure, this is their Camo concealer, but this is their hydration one. The other one I used. The other one, I like it, but it dries so fast. Like, you can't put on one eye under the concealer and then the other one, because the other one dries extremely fast. And it's a bit drying under the eyes, me personally. But me, I make sure I moisturize my face a lot before doing you know, my application to my face. So I really didn't have a problem with like the dry under eyes, but I can feel how dry it is. So I really recommend, if you're going to use that, to make sure you really hydrate under your eyes. But I use this one, and I've been really loving this one. This is in the color, what color is this? Deep Chestnut. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to take like a very fine pencil. So this right here, if my camera can focus, if you can see how fine I keep saying pencil, but how fine my brush is. I think this is a very small detailed eye brush, but I just use it for my brows, to carve out my brows, because it's just easier. I just like using this instead. So what I usually do is I just carve under. And then the thing is, like I said, if your eyebrows are freshly done, you don't have much to like really carve out. We're all carved out. I usually take a very small fluffy brush, and this is the specific one I use to carve, not really carve out, what am I trying to say? To blend out my brows. Now I go in with a primer. Now I love the Fenty one. Like I love this. I love the Fenty one. I noticed when I did my makeup and I didn't use this, my makeup came out extremely differently. It like my makeup, it lasted, but it didn't like you just could tell when you don't put on something, like you miss something out of your late makeup routine, and then you're just like, something's missing. That's exactly what it is. Something was missing, and it was this primer. Now that we're all prepped for the base and we have a primer and my skincare is on and everything like that, I've been using the E.L.F. Halo Glow Primer, the E.L.F. Halo Glow Foundation. This is what I use, and it comes with this really big doe footer. So I use this one, and this is in the color, this is, well, not color, this is in the shade 7. I don't know if you guys can like see that. It gives it just enough dew but not giving too much. Now I don't recommend this on its own. It's just for me personally, if you're a full matte girly, a full face beat down girl, this is not gonna be for you. This is more like if you don't want to do full beat makeup that day. Let's say you gotta run errands but you don't have the time. This is basically what you're gonna put on, and it's easy like to put on because of the doe footer. But other than that, if you're a full covered girly, I wouldn't use this on its own, basically is what I'm saying. I wouldn't really use this on its own. So I usually use this with it. This is the LA Girl Pro Matte High Definition Long Wear Matte Foundation. Now this is really dry. I'm not even gonna lie to you, like this is like really dry. This is a really dry foundation. She's very loved because I love her a lot. So I only put a little bit of this foundation on. I only put like a little bit. That's how much I put on. I don't put any more. Nor do I really put any less, because when I put this on, this is just a base. This is just a base for the Halo Glow. So I just put on 2 foundations and then I just dab it on, and you don't need a lot. If you can see, you don't need a lot of this foundation because it's full coverage. So, but yeah, I noticed when I put on 2 foundations, the matte one, and then put on this one, I noticed that I get a better application. Like my makeup just looks better, and it gives me that dew that I'm looking for, but not too much dew. And also because this foundation, me personally, I don't like using it by itself. Now if I do use it by itself, I have to put on like color corrector because it doesn't cover what it's supposed to cover. You get what I mean? Like all my hyperpigmentation. But yeah. Now we got our base that we see, our base and how it looks. So now we're gonna go with our concealer. So the concealer that I use for my brows, I'm going to use for under my eye. And I usually just do the traditional triangle shape. So now I go in with my, what is this brush? This is my Real Techniques brush. This is the, what is this? This is a contour brush, but I use it for concealer. What's the number? This is 206. If you can see there, can you see it? 206. And this is the contour brush. So do you see how it's a dome shape and it's a bit tapered? So this is what I like using to get all the way up into my eye. Now I did used to use a sponge, but I noticed that using a brush is 10 times better because a sponge absorbs it too much, in my personal opinion. It absorbs your product too much and you spend too much money on your makeup anyways. So why buy a sponge just to absorb all your makeup? Me personally, that's how I feel. Cool. So now that we have the concealer on, I don't stop at just one concealer. I put on 2 concealers because I like a very bright under eye. With the same concealer from the same brand. This is the E.L.F, but this is in a different color, and this is in the color, ooh, I hope I can, I can't really see the color name, the number anymore. That sucks. I can't find the number anymore. But this is the color that's right here, if you guys can see. So this is way lighter than my skin tone. Like I said, I like a very bright under eye. Like, I mean, like bright 2016 under eye. Me using two concealers, it gives a certain effect to my makeup, and you're gonna see what I'm talking about when I blend this out. And so I drag it out, and I take it all the way out, and then I bring it all the way down the side of my nose like I did my other concealer. But the trick is, for this one, you gotta bring it all the way up into like the corner of your eye, so you can brighten up your under eye. And then now you can see the difference. See how this is just very, you know, not, I don't look awake. I don't look like Vava Voom, like 2016 bright under eye. Here I look more awake, and I look, you see also my dark circles is more covered. And that's what I like. That's what I like. And the trick is, with using a very light concealer, you need to use a little bit. I mean, like a little bit. You can't use a lot, because like I said, this is not your color, and you don't want to put on too much, because then you're gonna look ghostly. You don't want to look ghostly. Cool. So now that we have our base and everything is on, if you see how flawless I look, I look very flawless. So now we're going with powder. Now, I circulated between a lot of powders, and I think I narrowed it down to like 2 powders. So the powder I use is currently now, I never thought I would find something that would outdo Huda. I think I basically found something that is competing with Huda. This is the Patrick Star face powder. Now, I was on a hunt for like a new powder, because I'm just like, I need something new. I need something, you get what I mean? So I found this, and I wanted to buy, I have a habit of buying full size everything, and if I hate it, it's just like I spent money on a full size and whatever. But I just bought the mini size. I got this from Sephora. And this is in the color Sweet Honey. And I take like a little powder puff, and then I just go in and I just dab it. And then before I go in with my powder puff, I go back in and blend out under my eye to make sure the creases aren't creasing. And then I take this powder puff and I just dab it up in the middle, and then I drag it out. And then I bring it down. And that's it. Do you see how flawless this looks? You see how flawless this looks, right? This looks so flawless. Like, look how flawless this looks compared to this side. Even though this looks flawless too, but this side, I never thought I'd find something that outdo Huda, and I found something that outdid Huda. But this right here, I don't know what Patrick put in this, but this is like crack. This is blurring. When I say this is blurring, this is blurring. And it's so good. Like, it gives me that airbrushed filter finish that I'm looking for. And it's so good. I can't wait to use this all up so I can get a bigger size. Because it's just that good. I just love it so much. And then, like I said, Huda's good. Like, she's great. But this, though, I don't know. Just me personally. I think Patrick won for me. And I just bring it down on my nosy posy. And then I go in with my brush, putting on the leftover concealer on my eye, because at this point I'm basically almost done with my base. And then I just go in and I just take a little bit more powder and just go in on my eye and just set it, because then it preps for the eyeshadow. So now that we have like the base and everything, and we're just gonna, I don't bake. I stopped baking a long time ago. It's just like, I don't know, baking just really wasn't doing it for me. I basically just set my face. So now I'm just having it just be there just a little bit. You know what I'm talking about, the powder. I can't even form words right now. But the powder sits on my face just a little bit. Like I said, I don't bake, I don't do this. And you know, when you bake 2016 bake, you set and then you put more powder on top to bake. I don't do that. I just take whatever I put on, I just let it just sit there, and then I'll just dust it away after I put on my bronzer. But the bronzer I use is the Fenty bronzer, and I love me some Fenty. I love me some Rihanna. So this is the bronzer powder, and this is Thick Mint. I don't even know the name to that. This is Thick Mint. If you guys can see, you guys can't really see because it's like backwards, but this is Thick Mint. I did use Mocha Mommy, but I noticed Mocha Mommy doesn't, it literally looks like my skin. So if you're a little bit lighter than me, then Mocha Mommy is your color. But if you're dark like me or darker than me, use what is this one? Number 9. I'm just saying number 9. Thick Mint. Use that one, or I think they have one more that's darker. But I recommend using that. So, and then I go in with my Morphe X Aerial brush. I'm not sure which one this is, in all honesty, but it's this dome one. It's a small one. I don't know if this one is for bronzers, but I curated it for me so it can be a bronzer brush. So then I go in here. You see already, my face already naturally does like a contour bronzer type of thing, so I don't have to go in, but I do anyways because I want it to be cohesive. So I just go in and just lightly go like this and do circular motions. I don't go like up and down. That doesn't really make any sense. I just do circular motions, because you're doing circular motions, you're buffing out the bronzer. And I don't contour anymore because it's just like, that's a little too harsh. So I still, like I said, I do 2016 makeup, but I kind of like, not curated, but I kind of like throw like, what is the new makeup that they're doing now? I forgot what it's called, but like the everyday minimal makeup that they do, like the minimal makeup requires like the bronzer, so that's what I use. I don't use like contour, you know, like we use contour like 2016. We don't do that anymore. Well, for some people, you guys get what I mean. So I usually go in a little heavy with my bronzer. I go in a bit heavy. I go a little bit heavy, because I like to see my bronzer. I love bronzer. Like, I like to see it on my face. Or sometimes I'll go down here, but like I said, I just don't really take it down here. I mostly focus on like my face. And then after I go in and do like the outer edges of my face, now I go in with a small pencil. I keep saying pencil, but you guys know what I'm talking about. This is a brush. So I go with this angled brush. If you guys can see, hold on, you guys can see it, okay. This angled brush, and I specifically use this for contouring my nose. Now this is an eyeshadow brush for in the corner there, but I didn't think it was good to use that, because just like I use tapered fluffy brushes for my eyes, so it's just like it didn't make any sense. But this is perfect for nose contouring. So when I nose contour, I really don't go heavy. It might look like I'm going heavy, but I really don't. I go really light. So if you guys can see, I start from right here. I map out. I have to look in the viewfinder, I'm sorry, because looking in the mirror here, I don't think you guys can see what I'm doing. So if you already see how it's already mapping out my nose, and I take it all the way up to my brow, up to here. Now I'm gonna do it here so you guys can see the difference, and then I bring it all the way out. Cause then this is also a map kind of for like my eyeshadow as well. Now, if you guys can see like the difference, let me see if I can zoom you guys up. So if you guys see the difference of what I'm talking about, if you see that there, and I basically did it like here, I didn't take it all the way out to here. You guys can kind of see how it's more defined now. That's what I like. So then I bring it down, and I bring this down where my highlight is at. I don't bring it all the way here, because you have to remember, wherever you contour or bronze, so if I start here, this narrow part is going to be wide. You don't want that to be wide. You want it to be small. That's the point of contouring your nose. I'm trying to remember the word and I can't. Contouring. You want to make everything smaller. So when I do my nose, I don't just stop here and that's basically it. I like doing a button nose, because if you guys can see my nose, it's a little buttony. So I like to accentuate my button on my nose. So I usually just bring that down all the way here. If you remember, I still have powder on my face. So I like taking the excess off and just brushing it off. And also by doing this, you're also blending in your face as well, so it's not so powdery. So now I'm gonna go in with blush. So blush for me, it depends. It depends on how I'm feeling. I usually stick to my go-tos for my blushes. I usually stick with pinks. I love pink, so I usually just stick with pink. So the colors that I'm using today are by NYX. So these are the NYX Butter blushes. I have the color Getting Butter, and Getting Butter is like this, how do I explain it? This hot pink, snooky era pink. That's the best way I can describe this. That's what it looks like. That's basically the true color, what it looks like. The camera, because of the light, this is what it looks like right here. So that's the true color of what it looks like. And this is so pretty. Like, hold on, let me swatch it, and so you guys can see. That's what it looks like. Like, look how pretty that looks. Also, it smells so good. Like, it smells very fruity. It just smells so good, and it has a bit of shimmer as well. Some of each bronze, I want to say bronzer, they do have bronzers as well, but each blush is going to tell you right here on the sticker if it's like a glowy finish, and this one has a glowy finish. And then I use the other color. I use my Butter Half. I like mixing my colors, so this is what it looks like. The pink, the hot pink, no, it's not very hot pink. This is more like a baby pink. So I use this baby pink because I can't use the baby pink alone. It's too ashy. I can't use that. It's too ashy. So that's why I go in with two. And how I do it is I usually take like the darker one first, and then I go in with my brush. This is all from the Morphe X Ariel collab, and I tap the excess off, and then I go in and I take it and then I start up here, and I usually I pat it on. And I bring it all the way up, and then I take it into my bronzer, because I want it to melt into my bronzer. You can see how it's blended in, and this is such a nice blush too because it blends in beautifully. It's not really harsh at all. There's no harshness. Like you can see right now, like look how beautiful that looks. It looks so pretty. And I don't put it like on the apples of my cheeks. I don't like that look. I like it to look very how do I explain, like pulled up. You get what I mean? So then I take a little bit more, and on this side, and I only do one tap of it, and then I go like this, tap the excess off, because I don't want too much blush on my face. I want it just enough where you can like see it. Like now you can see my blush, but you can't like, that's the only thing that you see on my face. Then I go in with the other blush. This is my Butter Half, and then I do the same thing. Now I just put it on top, and you see how pigmented that is? That's why you gotta tap. It's so pigmented. And then I go on top, and you can see it's so pigmented. I just like having that like a doll baby look to my face. I just like it. And so I take a little bit of, I take the brush and dust it off just a little bit so it's not too harsh on my face. So that is the base of my face. So usually at this point I will go back in with my my pencil brush, because to me here in the front it's a bit harsh, so I want to go in and blend it out just a little bit. So I'll go in with the spoolie end, and then I'll rake it through to diffuse it. Now that we basically have the base done, this is where I would go in with like eyeshadow if I'm doing like eyeshadow or anything like that. So because this is my everyday makeup look, I will go back in with my bronzer, because it's just like, since this is like my everyday makeup look, I don't bother to go in with like doing my face per se. It's just like there's no point because it's my everyday. I'm trying to be in and out the door, you get what I mean? So I just go in with my little fluffy brush, and then I just go in and I just blend it into the crease, and then bring it up just a little bit, and then bring it down and bring it in the corner, and that's basically it. I really don't like do too much on the eyes because it's just like, this is my everyday face. I just want it to be really simple. Like the main focal point of my face would be the base, you know what I mean, the blush, the foundation. That's what I mainly focus on, not really the eyeshadow. So now that my eyes are they're done. So this is basically all I do for my eyes. I really don't do anything like special unless I'm planning out a eye look that day. So I can't put lashes on camera. I can do everything else on camera, but what I can't do is put lashes on camera. So I'm gonna put my lashes on, and then I'm going to come back and we can continue the rest of the video. So this is the lash that I used from Amazon. So these are the lashes right here. So they're more of like a, if you guys can like see, they're more of like a cat eye effect lash, and I personally like that because that's the best suited for like my eye shape. So I love them. This is like probably like my third, fourth pack of them. my favorite highlighter would be ColourPop's Churro. Now they don't make this anymore, so I'm holding on to it for like the life of me. But ColourPop, if you guys see this, please come out with more Churro. Like, this is such a pretty color. Like I really love this color. Like I really love it. Now it's just so pretty. Like, it's the perfect between like bronze and like champagne, if you guys get my drift, and just enough shimmer in it. Like, it's so pretty. I love this color so much, and you guys are gonna see. So I'm gonna put you guys, I'm bring you guys in so you guys can see. So when I put it on and I put it on my nose, you see how it's not too much? Like, it's not too much. Like, you can make it too much, but it's just so pretty. Like, it gives just enough. And you know, some highlighters, you wish you found one that just doesn't, some of them give too much or some of them don't give enough. This color right here gives enough. And then I love ColourPop too. I love their lip products. And I love their highlighters. Clearly, you can see how much I love the highlighter. But then I just take it and put it on my cheeks. I usually go in with like a smaller taper brush, and then I go under my brow and highlight under there. I'm gonna go in with my lip product now. It depends on how I'm feeling that day. I kind of like jump from different ones, but lately I've been loving the Kiko gloss. Like, this is such a pretty gloss. When I say it's such a pretty gloss, this is such a pretty gloss. I saw this girl on TikTok use it. I was like, oh crap, I forgot about Kiko. So I picked up 2 of their glosses. I picked up number 20. This would be it right here. This is number 20, and then I think it's like number 7 or 9. It's like a pinky color, but I love this one. This one is like my favorite. And then I pair it with a liner. First of all, let me swatch this color so you guys can see, because it gives off the most prettiest sheer, let me see, color. Like, look how pretty that is. Like, it looks really pigmented. Like, it looks really pigmented, but it's sheer. And it's so pretty. I love it so much. So that's the one I've been using lately that I've been raving about. I go in with like a brown liner. This is, so you guys can see, you see how brown? That's not too dark and it's not too light either. So I usually go in with this, and this is Bar from MAC. I don't know if they make this anymore. So I'm on my last, and I'm pretty sad about it. So I'm on a hunt for a new brown liner. I do love cork, but the last time I went to go find cork, they were out of stock of cork. So boo me. I usually go in with like a lip brush and like blend everything out. Now I'm gonna go in with my Kiko gloss. Like, look how pretty, like, look how pretty this looks. It's so pretty. Like, look at it. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. Like, I love it. It's just the right amount of sheer. It's like not too much, and it's like not too little either. Like, it's just the right amount. And if you pair it with a really good liner or one of your favorite liners, it's girl, come on now. Kiko, I love Kiko. Glosses are so pretty. I had to get like all of them now. I gotta collect them like infinity stones. Like I did the same thing with the Fenty glosses. I collected all of them. And yeah, but anyways, I love Kiko glosses. I really recommend it because look how pretty this looks. And I didn't put any effort into it either. So pick you up some Kiko. So now basically everything is basically done on the face. All I have to go in is with mascara. So the mascara that I currently use now would be the Fenty mascara, and this is in the color, this is hella thick. So usually I just take like the excess off and I just scrape it on the bottle because I'm good for putting this on my face and getting mascara like on my nose or anywhere on my face, and then I'm sitting there upset because now I gotta like take it off, and it's just a headache. Personally, me. Now, you see the difference? Look how nice this mascara is. It's a really nice mascara. I really like it. It's a really nice mascara. I tried other mascaras, but this doesn't, like, the ones that I've tried doesn't compare to this one. I really like it. It's a cute mascara. Okay, so now the mascara is on, and that's basically it. So at this point in my routine, I just go in with 2 setting sprays. That's just me. So this is an ad. So my setting spray combo consists of E.L.F's grip primer spray and then the Patrick Star setting spray, the OneSize setting spray. Every time I say Patrick Star, I want to say Patrick Ta. 2 Patricks, 2 different last names, 2 different brands. But anyways, this is the one that I use. I use these 2. So this one, she's on her last leg. I gotta like another one now because I'm like addicted to this primer. Like I get so many compliments on this, on my face alone with just this primer. Everybody trying to figure out like what I do to my face for it to get so like dewy and nice. It is this right here. It is this. This stuff is so good. I don't know what E.L.F, I don't know what y'all put this in, but keep this a permanent thing. Do not get rid of this. You guys get rid of it, I'm going to be so heartbroken if you guys get rid of this. Make this a staple in E.L.F cosmetics history, please, because this stuff is so good. Like I tried other dew finishes, but it's just something about this, and then the price point of it too, you just can't beat it. So it's just like I say pick it up and try it for yourself. It's so good. I really love this. So this is gonna add a dew finish to your face. So if you put on like a matte foundation, this is where you're gonna add the dew effect to your face. This is what my face looks like now before I put on the setting sprays. You see how it's still kind of glowy. You still see that it's matte, but it's not like dewy, like Korean skin dewy. But when I put this on, Korean skin dewy, promise you. And I make sure I drown myself in the setting spray because I don't know, I like drowning myself in setting spray. But don't do too much drowning because then your setting spray is just gonna like remove your makeup. This is what it looks like. Do you see how dewy my face looks? Do you see the dew, the shine that it gives? It's crazy. I love it. I just love it. So then I'm gonna go in with the Patrick Star OneSize setting spray, and this is gonna like set everything into place. My makeup doesn't move when I put this on. Don't know what you put in this, but this is good. This is amazing. No idea what you're putting in your products. You might be doing voodoo, you might be putting magic. I don't know what you're putting in it, but just keep doing that because this stuff, like your products are so good. I almost forgot. I was about to end the video, but I forgot like one of the main things I do to my face. So you remember how I put on that first powder? Well, I put on a second powder. And I put on a powder foundation under my eyes. Now, if you can see, like, this looks great. This looks amazing. But to elevate the look here, we need to put on this right here. This right here, highly recommend. I highly recommend, especially like the setting powders that they have. But this right here, I strictly only use this for under the eye. It gives such a great effect under the eye. When I discovered this, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna keep this in my routine, because it's just like it brightens it even more. Even though I put like, you know, 2 concealers, and the one concealer is like really brightening, but do you see the difference? Look at the difference. Look how more brighter I am. Super bright, hella bright. And I put this all the way in the corner, bring it down, and then bring it all the way out. And this is like a finishing touch to my routine. Like sometimes I forget to put this on, like you just see me do it now. I'm about to end the video. Literally gives this brightening, more brightening effect to your face. And so then I usually just take this and just do that and just like call it a day. And then I'm gonna go back in with my setting spray. And that's basically it. This is it. This is my everyday face routine that I do every day. I love it. It's just like it evolved over time. Like it took me a while to get to this point of what my face looks like and to know like what works for my face and what doesn't. But this is basically it. So everything that I used, I'm gonna list it down below, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And I'm so happy for the people that stayed around, say subscribe, thank you so much. And all my new subscribers, I really appreciate the love and the support and all the likes and everything like that, and all the comments. So if anybody has any questions about like the products I use, or like my technique of what I do for my face, or any recommendations that I use, like the products I use, just let me know down below, and I'm gonna list all of my socials down below in the bottom bar. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'm so happy to be back on YouTube, and I can't wait to meet my new subbies, and I'm so happy. I'm so grateful. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day or evening or wherever you guys are at. So bye everyone, see you guys in the next video.